What's going on, Aces? Welcome back to the channel. So, rapper NBA Youngboy has been sentenced in the Utah prescription fraud drug case. So, he pled guilty today in his role that he played in the drug fraud ring, which operated a multi-million dollar organization out of a home in Utah. And he was charged with, initially it was 46 charges related to the alleged crime, but today he pled guilty to 2 counts of a third-degree felony identity fraud, 2 counts of third-degree felony forgery, 6 counts of misdemeanor unlawful pharmacy conduct, in which he pled no contest. Now, rapper NBA Youngboy's real name is Kentrell Gaulden, and the trial was in Logan, Utah. So he pled no contest to the remaining charges. So, as part of the plea deal, Gaulden will not serve prison time in Utah. However, his 4 felony charges were reduced to a Class A misdemeanors, and he was ordered to pay a $25,000 fine. The district judge, Spencer Welsh, agreed to suspend a prison sentence as Gaulden is expected to serve a substantial 27 months in federal prison for related charges in a case stemming out of Weber County, Utah. And following his release, Gaulden will be placed on 5 years of federal supervised probation. He says the prosecutor, Ronnie Keller, says this is somewhat of a unique case where there have been multiple jurisdictions involved, both in the federal and in state systems. So this is just really a smaller cog in the bigger wheel of ultimately seeking justice. Gaulden had been living in Utah under house arrest, having previously been involved in a 2019 Miami Pow Pow interaction. His relocation to Utah came as a part of a deal in 2021 when his lawyers argued that moving to Utah would keep Youngboy out of trouble. I'm thinking, like, is there anything to do in Utah? Maybe I guess that's what they were thinking. But Utah, they listen, they do their share of crime too. Shout out to the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Hey, Jen, I think she should be getting home soon. They reduced her sentence, but Jen Shaw, she came straight out of Salt Lake, and they do their share. Um, so during his hearing, Walsh said that it was clear that the Gaulden was a very talented young man. He says, I've seen so many times where you have young men and women who have a lot of talent and potential. They can be robbed of that potential when they start to really struggle with their addictions. And the judge told Gaulden, I don't want that for you. And that's the truth, right? We absolutely don't want that. NBA Youngboy is extremely talented. His music is still trending on Spotify. He's been all up and down the social media feed all day. And I really hope that he does get help with that addiction, because substance abuse is a horrible, horrible addiction that can ruin people's lives, that has ruined people's lives. Walsh continued saying, I'm sure that in your future, once you're done with your federal prison time, you can be really successful on your federal probation and have a really bright future where you can reach your full potential in every aspect of your life. Best of luck to you, Mr. Gaulden. So Gaulden, who's from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, known as NBA Youngboy, has achieved 4 number one albums on the Billboard 200 and 1 top 10 hit on the Billboard Hot 100. His music includes 38 Baby, Outside Today, and he makes songs with Tyler, the Creator, and he earned a Grammy nomination in 2022 for Best Rap Performance. So, according to Spotify, Gaulden has over 16 million monthly listeners. 16 million monthly. That's a nice coin, but not only that, his influence, right, is international, it's worldwide. So I really hope that he gets a chance to dry out during these 27 months, that they have him, go to some kind of counseling while he's behind bars. I think that they do have programs for addicts available. Well, I guess I don't know. I've never been to prison, but I'm hoping that they do. They should. Um, but they said that he wouldn't serve his time in Utah. But since it's federal, he can go anywhere in the country. They don't. They don't limit it when it's a federal crime. You can serve it anywhere. So I want you guys to hear what the judge says to NBA Youngboy, and then I'll give some commentary at the end.
Mr. Golden, I've seen so many times that good men and women who have a lot of talent and potential, that they can be robbed of that potential when they start to really struggle with their addiction. So I don't want that for you. You seem like a very talented young man. I'm hoping in your future that once you're done with your federal prison time, that you can be really successful on federal probation and have a really bright future where you can reach your full potential in every aspect of your life. Best of luck to you, Mr. Golden.
Thank you. That's all I have, if I could excuse.
So I'm glad that he gave him that motivation, right? Because you don't want to just kind of lock up people and throw away the key, so to speak. But this is a talented artist. He does have, all these accolades behind him. And it would be horrific to see that all thrown down the drain because of substance abuse. So I do hope that wherever they put him, and this judge sounds sympathetic. So I hope that he has a good lawyer, that he can get him into some kind of real rehabilitation program while he's serving out his sentence. Because that's key, right? We want to see him succeed. We want to see him not only make more music, but make a difference in his community. I know a lot of people, rappers and athletes and stuff, a lot of times they're like, I'm not a role model, but there are kids looking up to them. There's 16 million people who listen to his music monthly. Well, probably even more. That was just, Spotify's numbers and metrics. So there's probably more. But on the left, in my picture here, he looks a lot more healthy. On the right, you can tell he's really struggling. And so my hope is that um, they don't just leave him to his own devices or his own struggles, that they provide him with the tools and resources necessary to overcome whatever addictions that he may have. But yeah, he'll be gone for 27 months, which isn't too long. It's a little over 2 years. And when he comes out, he'll have 5 years probation with a $25,000 fine. So, and the judge suspended the prison sentences for the other crimes. So he has a good legal team on his side. But he has a son that needs him. It's actually for Floyd Mayweather's grandson. So that kid already hit the lottery. He hit the genetic lottery, okay? In terms of having Floyd Mayweather as your granddaddy, your pops. My granddaddy used to give me money all the time. Could you imagine if Floyd Mayweather was your grandfather? Oh my goodness. But he needs his father, right? I don't want to make light of the situation, but the little boy, I've seen him on social media. He's super cute. But he does. He needs his father sober, and he needs his father present in his life. And so I hope that, Kendall, the NBA young boy, can get the help that he needs. So what do you guys think? I want to hear from you. Drop down in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think that the judge did a good job in sentencing? I do. I think that, 2 years is a significant amount of time without being completely over the top. And, like during the Clinton administration, they had like the three strikes rule where they would basically give you life if you had three strikes against you, three crimes. And one of those could easily be substance abuse. So if you were addicted and you got locked up 3 times, I think that third time it was mandatory sentencing. And I always thought that that was really inhumane because people make mistakes. I mean, human beings, they're going to mess up multiple times. And so when it comes to people who are suffering with substance abuse addictions, they need counseling and help and support, not punitive measures in prison. But 2 years, in addition to all of his crimes, because this wasn't the only crime that he did. Like I said, he also had crimes in other jurisdictions from 2019, and so 2 years and a few months with a $25,000 fine. He got it. He got the money, and I hope that he's able to get some support while he's locked up. But anyway, let me know your thoughts, you guys. Please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already, and I will talk with you in the next one. Take care, aces. Bye.